sky. Before the first hammer struck the first stone, there was a child born between the All-Father and the earth itself, this world's own bone. His mother was the ground beneath your standing, the soil and rock that swallows every dead. His father was the one-eyed god of wisdom, and between the two, the thunderer was bred. Son of Odin, son of Jörð, the thunder answers him. Son of Odin, son of Jörð, the red beard blazes grim. He does not ride for glory, he rides for Midgard's sake. Son of Odin, son of Jörð, and he will not forsake. Three things he carries, three things and no less. Mjolnir, the crusher that always returns, making Jörð the belt that doubles his strength. Iron gloves, without which the hammer hand burns. His chariot crosses the sky pulled by goats. Ten Gristner and ten Yost, teeth bare and grind. Their hooves upon the clouds make thunder rolling. Their sparks make lightning blazing in the mind. He is not the god of kings, he is the farmer's god, the one the sailors pray to. In the squall, the one whose hammer blessed the wedding, and the grave, the one who stood between the giants and us all. The eastern road to Jotunheimr is worn. By his feet he walks it more than any other. He goes alone, he goes with Loki laughing. He goes to kill, he goes because there is no other. Son of Odin, son of Jörð, the thunder answers him. Son of Odin, son of Jörð, the red beard blazes grim. He does not ride for glory, he rides for Midgard's sake. Son of Odin, son of Jörð, and he will not forsake. Will not forsake. Will never. Will not forsake. Every bone in him would have been swept. He promised to replace it, went below the earth white and sleek. The gods touched all the treasures on Asgard's plain and found that Mjolnir stood above them all. For it could smash the mountains and return, and it could hallow birth and death and all. He held it in his iron-gloved hands and smiled a short handle, 3 fingers too brief. Did not matter, nothing that exists could bear its weight or gave the giants grief. He lifted it above his red bearded head, and the thunder that had always been his cry now had a name, Mjolnir the Crusher, and the giants heard it rolling from the sky. When he awoke, and when his mighty hammer he missed, he shook his beard, his hair was bristling. The son of Earth began to feel about him. Lay beside the bed. The Redbeard shook. The Thunder God was searching the walls of Asgard, trembling at his dread. Thrym the Frost Giant King sat in his hall and bragged to all his kind across the hills. I have hidden Mjolnir 8 miles below the earth, and no god gets it back unless Freya wills. Her body to my bed as bride payment. Þrymskviða, the giant stole the thunder. entire. Then 8 salmon, then 3 barrels drained. Thrym frowned, I have never seen a woman with appetite so vast, so unrestrained. Loki laughed behind his veil, she has not eaten. 8 days for love of you, so fierce a need. Thrym leaned across to lift the veil and recoiled. The eyes of Freya burned like fire. Weight across his thighs and laughed, a sound that shook the giant hall. He ripped the veil, the red beard caught the firelight, and Thrym had time to understand the fall. The first blow took the giant king through bone. The second took his brothers 3, then more. The third took Thrym's own sister at the doorway, who had asked for bridal gold and got the floor. He did not stop until the hall was silent, until the last of Thrym's kind had been slain. The veil lay torn, the hammer warm and singing, and Thor walked out into the storm again. Þrymskviða, the giant stole the thunder. Þrymskviða, but the thunder tore him asunder. Dress the god of storms in silk and veil. Þrymskviða, and let the dead giants tell the tale. Let them tell it from below, if they still can. No cauldron wide, so Thor went east to find the giant Hymir, the one who owned a cauldron like the tide. He came disguised as a young man, slender, and Hymir looked at him with doubtful eyes. At dawn the giant rose to go out fishing, and Thor said he would come to Hymir's surprise. Go find your own, he said, if you are worth. So Thor walked to the field and took the finest ox and ripped its head clean from its body, girth and sinew torn. And Hymir went pale, that was him and Brio. To heaven breaker my best, Thor said nothing, took the ox head dark and cold, past whale and shark and things without a name. And something vast and ancient felt the bait, and opened jaws and bit and felt the claim. The line went taut, the boat lurched sideways. Thor's feet went through the boards into the sea. He braced against the hull and pulled with God's strength, an inch by inch drew up what should not be. The serpent's head broke surface, venom breathing. The eyes that had no pupils, vast and cold, it stared at Thor, and Thor stared back and grinned and reached for Mjolnir. Finally, at last to hold. The moment that had always been was here, and then the fish knife flashed. Hymir's hand sliced through the line, and the moment disappeared. The serpent sank back into the dark below. The hammer struck the water where its head had been. Thor turned on Hymir with a fist like mountain, and knocked him overboard and waded clean to shore, along with Hymir's cauldron taken, and the knowledge burning that the serpent still lived in the sea until the day of ending, until Ragnarök, the unpaid killing still. Row deeper into the serpent's water, till the line holds what waits there. The ox head and the hook, the moment nearly there. Row deeper, Hymir's knife that killed denied. The spur. Not yet, not yet. The serpent waits for Ragnarök. They slaughtered them for food at a farmhouse door. The farmer's son shall rejoin them, fleet of foot. And in the morning, the goats rose once more. They slept inside a hall in the dark forest that shook all night and proved at dawn to be the thumb of a sleeping giant named Skrymir, whose snoring they had heard and called it Gale. Stood so high, Thor pressed his face between the gate's iron bars. The giant king laughed, so this is the famous thunder. You look like children, you look like falling stars. Try Útgarða, the string king horn, and drink it dry. Thor drank 3 times, the level barely fell. father spoke. I will tell you what you truly did today. The horn, its other end was in the ocean. You drank so much, the sea fell in the bay.
No cat, it was your nemesis, the Midgard serpent wearing a disguise. You lifted one coil high enough to touch the sky, and every giant in this hall froze in their side. The old nurse, Ellie is her name. She is old age, no living thing can beat her. None has ever stood. You brought her to a standstill. One knee, only every god and mortal falls to her. You could.
Thor raised Mjolnir. Útgarða was already gone. The castle, walls, the giants, all dissolved like morning frost. There was only open plain, and Thor, alone, with nothing left to solve.
But he had drunk the ocean down 3 inches, had lifted the world serpent toward the sky, had wrestled death itself to one knee standing, and the giants, terrified, had fled his eye. The castle of illusion. Nothing there was what it seemed. The castle of illusions. And the giants' terror screamed. The god had moved the ocean. Lifted serpent, held back death. The castle of illusions. And the giants held their breath. Held their breath. Held their breath. Held their breath.
For what he almost was, for what he is.
Hrungnir, the stone giants, came to ask a drunk on Odin's need. The gods had let him in. He boasted he would lift Valhalla and carry it to Jotunheimer, and all the gods with him. He boasted he would drown Astrid in the sea and take the golden-haired Sif for his wife. The gods sent word to Thor, who came from the east, his blazing hammer ready for the stride. His heart was down, 3-cornered hard. His head was stone, his shield was flat stone too. He stood in Jotunheimer and waited for the thunder. The biggest giant any god had faced, it's true. Thor came on and Hrungnir hurled his wet stone. His splitting Mjolnir's face had shattered half. Hit Thor's skull and lodged there in the bow. But Mjolnir found his mark first, not by half. It took him in the skull, the stone skull cracked. The giant fell like a mountain on its side. He's licking down across Thor's neck and trapped him even dead. The giant did not slide. Heart of stone. The giant fell like thunder. Heart of stone. The duel tore the sky asunder. A shard of whetstone in the thunder god's skull. Heart of stone. Beneath the force withdrew. until the license promised to bring the thunder god unarmed in France. No hammer, no belt of strength, no iron gloves. Come to Geirröðr this hall and bring the god of thunder. Loki agreed and went to Thor with honeyed words, and Thor set out not knowing toward the plunder. Lived on the road, and Grid hated Geirröðr or Thor or both. She stopped him at her door and spoke the truth. You go to your death unarmed. Here is my house. Take my belt of making Jörð. Take my gloves. Take my iron staff. Cleaver, valor, and go. And do not trust the word that brought you here. For Geirröðr wants only one thing: your death below. Geirröðr's court, the trap laid without thunder. Geirröðr's court, but great Thor the plan asunder. A giantess's gifts against a giant's iron. Geirröðr's court, and the thunder god keeps trying. Waiting in the goat shed where the visitor must rest. They pressed beneath the chair to lift it, crushing. Thor braced great staff against the rafter, pressed back down, and heard the sound of daughters breaking their backs against the beam. Two giants down. He walked into the hall and Geirröðr was waiting. A bar of molten iron thrown. The crowd of the attack. Thor caught it in Grid's iron gloves. The giant ducked behind a pillar. Thor threw home. The iron bar went through the pillar. Through the wall, through Geirröðr, through the earth, ran through the yard. Geirröðr's court, the trap laid without thunder. Geirröðr's court, but Thor tore it all asunder. A giantess's borrowed belt and gloves and staff. Geirröðr's court, and the giant's iron bar is a epitaph. Titan, I am the son of Odin. I am there, I am the thunder. Grant me grace. The ferryman laughed. Hárbarðr was his name. He called out, I have heard of you. They say you fight the easy giants, women's battles, while Odin takes the kings who fall in the fray. Thor shouted back his deeds, the Easter giant slain, the troll
stone crusher done. Hárbarðr called back, and while you fought your farmers, I was winning wars and women, more than one. The shouting went on, neither one would yield. Thor demanded crossing, Hárbarðr refused. Go round the long way, round the whole sea's edge, for I will not ferry you. You're too confused. Hárbarðr won't cross, and the thunder god is stranded. Hárbarðr won't cross, the insult are two-handed. His own father mocks him from the other shore. Hárbarðr won't cross, and there is no ford. When Thor finally walked the long way round, he understood, as the thunder god always does late, that the ferryman was Odin wearing grey, that his father had mocked him at the gate. Not from malice, from the old one's pleasure in watching the red-bearded one be small. Thor laughed, finally, because it was funny, and because the father always wins, after all. Hárbarðr won't cross, and the thunder god went round. Hárbarðr won't cross, and laughter was the sound. The ferryman was Odin, the father wins again. Hárbarðr won't cross, and that is the old game. The old game. Father and son, thunder and the one eye. Go round the long way. like weather. The venom spray that killed the air ahead. The coils that wrapped the world twice over writhing. The eyes that Thor had looked at and not fled. At the moment, at Ragnarök, the meeting fate would make. The serpent knew him in whatever way. A thing that has no mind can know a face. Thor knew the serpent in a way a hammer knows the nail it was always built to chase. 9 steps and the thunder god is falling. 9 steps and the serpent's venom calling. Kills it, Mjolnir finds the skull. The blow is true. 9 steps and the thunder is falling through. Thor breathed the poison and did not retreat.
He smashed through it to skin the iron of making Jörð.
The hammer already moving, the moment complete. Mjolnir struck the Midgard serpent's skull.
With everything that 30,000 giants knew.
With Hrungnir shards lodged inside the wielder. With every unpaid debt that history grew.
The skull broke, the coils went struck the sea.
Began to fall back
From the flooded land.
the thing that had encircled all of Midgard withstood the world unbuckled from that. He stepped back from the body. 1, 2, 3. The venom that the serpent's death released was in his lungs and blood and bone already. The price of standing in its path. Deceased.
4, 5, 6. The thunder god was slowing.
His knees were wrong. The field was tilting strange.
7, 8. The hammer was still in his hand.
9, and he fell, and the sky changed. Not a war cry, not a god's death speech, just the sound of a very large thing becoming the ground. The earth that bore him, receiving what had always been her son. 9 steps, and the thunder god is fallen. 9 steps, and the serpent's skull is broken.
The Midgard serpent did a thunder gave the field.
9 steps, and what the Norns had woven.
is the most important thing a poem can do. Maybe it is. Maybe the precision is the elegy. Maybe 9 steps in the Bella Spa is all the monument Thor needs. Again, green unburned as if the world had simply taken a breath, let out the old, breathe new. The waterfalls ran clean, the eagles circled dimly. The survivors gathered on the plain of Idavöllr, where Asgard had been, they found the old gold pieces. The chessmen of the gods lay in the grass, and those who lived sat down among the pieces. Magni and Móði, sons of the thunder god, came to the field, and Magni carried the hammer, the one that had belonged to his father, the short-handled, the crusher, the clamor. Magni had lifted Hrungnir's leg as a child, the only one who could. 3 years of age, his father had given him the giant's horse as reward. Now Magni carried the hammer, the heritage. What the hammer inherits is the next world's thunder. What the hammer inherits is what comes after. Magni and Móði, where their father fell. What the hammer inherits, and the storm will tell. He was not a god of war, not in his heart. He was the god of the rain the farmer needed, the calm after the storm that cleared the harvest, the one the sailors thanked when they were freed. He was the loudest god, the hungriest god, the one who ate an ox and drank the sea. He was the god who walked east when he could ride, the one who freed the world by walking free. Mjolnir passes now to younger hands, the same short-handle born of Loki's spite. But the new world has its giants, always does, and the hammer always finds a way to fight. Finds a way to fight. Somewhere east of whatever world comes next, there are things that should not exist among the living. And a red beard in the story of the storm, and the sound of something vast and unforgiving. He is gone. The earth received him. The 9 steps are counted and completed and done. But the thunder is not his name. The thunder is the weather, and the weather does not die. Not what the hammer inherits is the next world's thunder. What the hammer inherits is what comes after. Magni and Móði, standing where their father stood. What the hammer
always does. The storm was not his property, it was his nature. And nature does not end with the man who carries it. It simply passes to whoever has the strength to lift what he left behind.